Hello, and welcome to another newsletter from Construction Programs and Results. I'm Michael Stone, and I will be sharing our newsletter with you. Remember our last newsletter when I talked about an exit strategy from your company? Since our last newsletter, I learned that a very good friend who is an architect and who works all over the world had medical issues that, if not quickly treated, would have resulted in his exiting his company much sooner than he had anticipated. Those issues can come on any time that things are not right in your body, and thankfully he had good care. My friend and I keep ourselves in very good physical condition, no tobacco, no drugs, and very little alcohol. We take this living thing very seriously. Do you? A friendly reminder to all that we are getting on towards the end of the year. Time to check your numbers to be sure you're hitting your goals. If you are not, you still have time to generate more business so your numbers come in good for the year. Share your goals with your employees so they can get in on the final push and help create a great year for your company. Also, time to start planning your year-end specials for potential customers if you're going to do that. Be creative and give your potential customers a reason to call you and talk about work they want done on their home or building. Again, have you thought about year-end holiday lighting? Now, our newsletter. Are you prepared for the next downturn? For many contractors, business is good, or at least far better than it was 2, 3, or even 4 years ago. When things are good, it's smart to ask yourself a critical question. Are we prepared for the next downturn? It's a given that we have up and down cycles in this industry and in the economy in general. It happens every 5 to 7 years in the construction industry. The last big down cycle that began in the U.S. back in 2008 and 2009 took out many construction-related businesses because they weren't prepared. The same has happened during and after the recent COVID-19 epidemic. Many contractors took things for granted. They assumed leads would always be there because they had more leads than they could handle. They assumed cash flow wouldn't be a problem because they always had cash flowing through their business. A few years back, Mark Buckshun, a Canadian journalist, published an article on this topic. And the last I heard, Mark had retired, but his article is still available and still applicable. Let me share the major points here. Separate your personal and business affairs sufficiently that your business failure won't pull you down personally. You don't want to lose your house because the bank takes it when your business fails. You might think this doesn't apply to you because you'll make sure your business doesn't fail. However, not every business failure is the direct fault of the owner. Many subcontractors lost money and their businesses, not because of their own bad decisions, but because they couldn't get paid by the general contractors that they had been working for. Others were pushed into bankruptcy because of homeowner disputes. Stuff happens. Protect yourself. Never stop marketing. Develop a systematic, thoughtful approach to your marketing and stick to it. If you are consistently marketing 24/7, as you should be, you should have enough business that a small bump won't force you to take a job just so you can eat. If you have a good marketing program to generate leads and you constantly develop and tune it, you will survive hard times. Of course, you must watch what is going on around you and adjust as conditions dictate. Your marketing budget for remodeling should be between 3 and 5% of your total sales. Specialty contractors and those building new homes will spend 1 to 2% of total sales. Depending on referrals isn't a marketing plan. Referrals are great, but when the economy heads south, referrals tend to dry up. Many of the construction-related businesses that have failed in recent years depended on referrals to generate leads. Big mistake. When referrals dwindled, they didn't have enough cash to start marketing, and they didn't have enough time to wait for the results. A marketing plan is focused on the clients you want to attract. Your ideal client in the geographical area you want to work in is a necessity, even when sales are strong, because it will become your bread and butter when the market gets weak. Be ready to face the hard decisions quickly before it's too late. There are two aspects to this. The first is that you need to know your numbers. If you do job costing and have a clean and clear profit and loss statement that you review and understand on a regular basis, you'll be better able to see what's coming. Do you have the right number of employees for the volume of work that you do? Are you making smart purchasing decisions? Are you paying yourself too much money for your volume? The second is facing those hard decisions when they need to be made. It's far easier to hope that things will get better, but while you spend time hoping, cash keeps flowing out the door. Hope is not a strategy. Don't fiddle around. If and when you see problems in your business, make decisions. If you think things might improve, set a date where you'll act if it hasn't improved. Don't let problems continue to drag your business down. Ideally, put yourself in a place where you don't need to panic or stress. Then you can catch the upswing and the opportunities when they arise. Best way to do this is to have an operating capital reserve account, an OCRA, O-C-R-A. You can also call it savings, funds your business can fall back on if and when money gets tight. Set a goal for the account. Reach that goal. Then don't touch the funds. I talk about how to set that goal in this article. You will find the link below. An OCRA will eliminate some of the stress you have when you see things tightening up. It buys you time to make the adjustments necessary to get through. Many of our coaching clients who had an OCRA in place in late 2008 to 2010 and again in 2018 to 2022 made it through the downturn and are still in business today. They also didn't have to go into debt to survive, which means that today they are building their companies instead of paying off debt. An OCRA isn't a line of credit because it's your money, your funds you are using. When you use a line of credit, the bank is making money off you with the interest you owe. Instead, set aside that interest so that down the road you'll have the funds you need without asking for help from the bank or other lenders. Thank you for watching, and may the profits be with you.